We all know of competition that exists on the field, right? When we talk about any major event, it is called the ICC event. And whoever broadcasts it in the country, they are called the host broadcasters. But what if I tell you that there is now a serious tension and tussle going on between the ICC and the host broadcaster in India? Yes, according to various business media reports, there is a serious tussle going on between ICC and Star India over the T20 World Cup 2024 fiasco. Everybody knows that yes, India had won it. India had garnered the hopes of a million people, of a billion, really went skywards after India won. Now, what was hidden in the entire thing was the ongoing revenue losses that happened, because if you have to look at it, there is tensions between ICC and Star India, and the issue is USD 3 billion media rights deal between 2024 to 2027. Now, after the end of the current FTP that ended in 2023, there was a new media rights deal until 2027. Now, Star sends letter to renegotiate the deal after losses in the advertising revenue that happened in the 2024 T20 World Cup. Now, this is a major bone of contention now. This is not small money that we are talking about. It is USD 3 billion. That means there is lots and lots of money involved at stake here. Now, why has this letter been sent to the ICC? Primarily because of two factors. One, advertisers during the West Indies and the US leg, they skipped the matches. Advertisers skipped it for a simple reason: time zone. The timings that were there for the matches, everybody felt that, oh, why is the India being given special concession for all the games to be held at a particular time? Because there was huge advertiser demand. But despite those timings, the advertisers stayed away. Inconvenient timings and erratic weather. Now, consider this particular aspect. The New York games didn't give that much of exposure. Yes, India-Pakistan was a thriller, but it was a low-scoring thriller. After that, India had to go to Fort Lauderdale, but unfortunately at that time the weather played its part and no matches for India were held there. And after they came to the West Indies, there also you saw some turgid games being held, except in the case of the Australia match at St. Lucia. Now, as per reports, there is no scope for renegotiation because agreement has no clause for it. The media rights deal and the agreement that is there, it is ironclad. There is no renegotiation possible. And the ICC has one huge ace up its sleeve, that they announced the FTP much before. So, whatever was the FTP from 2024 to 2027, the Futures Tour program, it was already announced 2-3 years before the end of the cycle. So, that is why reports suggest that there is no renegotiation possible. Now, how much did Star make in this entire advertising thing that happened in the T20 World Cup? The reports, the estimates are that advertising revenue was rupees 1,200 crore that Star had gotten. But the payout, the amount that they had paid and the payout that they had given for the T20 World Cup at that time was 4,200 crores. These are all in INR. A total loss of 3,000 crores has happened. And because of this, Star has wanted to renegotiate the deal. And it actually comes at a very, very interesting backdrop when you look at the mediascape at this point. Now, you have to understand that prior to the start of the tournament, Star India had sub-licensed the TV rights for USD 1.4 billion to Zee. But then Zee backed out. And because Zee backed out, Star initiated arbitration proceedings for breach of contract. Now, that is currently undergoing at the London Court of Arbitration at this point. Amidst all of this, Walt Disney has agreed to merge its India unit with Viacom 18, which is Jio. Now, the Competition Commission of India is looking into it because imagine the windfall that's going to happen. It's estimated to be somewhere close to 8.3 billion. That is the current situation that is there. So, Star had sublicensed the TV rights deal to Zee, but Zee backed out. Then, Star is currently in arbitration. They are taking Zee for breach of contract. And now, Walt Disney's India unit has merged with Viacom 18. All this seems to suggest that Star now is in a desperate bid to renegotiate the deal. But ICC is ironclad about it. Because at this point in time, whatever money you make, it is through the broadcasting deal. And whenever India does well, the broadcasters land a windfall. But at this point in time, this tussle really threatens to ensure like how broadcasting is perceived at this point in time. Is it a profitable venture? Is it a loss-making venture? Because of this, are more nations going to get marginalized when you have to look at hosting a major ICC event? Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.